What is going on? This is Matt Bischoff here, aka Blackstone Beard, here
True.
with Chef Nathan Lippy. Nathan, man, you do a lot of things. You obviously
I do a lot of things.
you are a chef because it's in your actual name. You're a family man. You just moved into a new house. You're
Yeah.
heavily involved in video production and marketing and everything Blackstone related. You're a musician. The list goes on and on. How are you doing tonight, dude?
Doing good, my friend. You're a man of many talents as well.
Oh,
You're
well, it's
you're
all
no
about the
you're no
beards.
That's true. Actually, I feel like compared to yours, I'm still like I just hit puberty in comparison, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
Yeah. Now, have you always had a beard, man? Like, or is
Oh
this a
no,
new
I
thing?
just hit puberty like 2 weeks ago, so I can finally. No, actually,
Oh,
for a long, long time, I did a lot of on-camera stuff, in front of the camera stuff as a chef, doing a lot of entertainment things, and it was kind of like the beard was almost a no-no.
right.
So when I finally kind of branched off on my own, I was like, you know what? I'm growing a beard, and it turns out I can grow a decent beard.
No, you can't. You
Smart man.
can. Yeah, you and CJ Frazier both can grow good beards.
Blackstone bartender CJ Frazier, he has a decent beard. Yeah,
Oh, he
which is
does.
actually we travel a lot when we're working together, and it's always a constant thing. Like I would say 80%, 90% of the time, 95% of the time, he gets the compliment on the beard, but every once in a
Yeah,
while, I'll get a compliment. I'm like,
and it makes you feel
in your
good. Like,
face, your face.
yeah, so okay. So you said you know, you had a YouTube channel prior. This your love of cooking and becoming a chef was long before your days at Blackstone. So kind of
Oh yeah, for
let's
sure.
start at the beginning, man, of like because I'll just say something real quick. So for me, my love of cooking didn't start till about a year and a half ago when
Oh
we
yeah,
built the patio, and my
I'm
wife is
I'm
like,
familiar.
"We need to get a this griddle, dude, for the patio," and it completely changed my. I mean, it sounds so freaking cheesy, but it changed my life. It
Yeah.
changed my family's life. It's like now, if my son's got basketball and I can't griddle and I got to go to fast food, my boys get pissed. They're like, "This sucks, Dad. Can't you just like?" They want food. That is a
Yeah.
testament to how awesome it has been for my family. So take me back. You mean to go? Do you go by Nathan or Nate?
We're buddies, so you can call me Nate. Other people can
Okay.
call me Chef. I'm
All
just
right.
kidding.
So
I'm just
so
kidding.
so Nate,
Nate's good. Nate's
so
good.
explain to me. So you have a YouTube channel,
Mhm.
like it's a party, correct?
Yep.
Take me back to the beginning of how you got involved in the passionate love of cooking
Oh
in the
man,
first
are we
place.
are we going way back? You gonna make me? We're gonna cry? We're gonna like get emotional together? we're going.
Dude,
We
I
go way back.
cry all the time. I cry all the time, man. I happy tears. I'm an emotional
Yeah.
dude, and
Well,
it's a
I'll
beautiful
I'll give
thing.
you the short and condensed version. I'm a
Yes.
homeschooler. I grew up
Mhm.
homeschooled.
Yeah.
My older sister and younger sister, the three of us, really had an amazing experience. My mother and father homeschooled us pretty early on, and I knew when I was about 8, 9 years old that I wanted to be a
Mhm.
chef. Food Network had kind of just become a thing, but it
Right.
wasn't the network we know today. It was pretty much Emerald was kind of like the thing, essence of
Mhm.
Emerald.
Yeah.
Sarah, oh my gosh, what's her name? Uh, oh geez, I forget her name. But Martha Stewart was a huge impact on my life. Previous to that, I just fell in love with Julia Child, Graham Kerr, the Galloping Gourmet. As a homeschooler, I had a lot of free time,
Yeah.
so watching cooking shows with my mom, I started getting interested into what she was interested in.
Mhm.
And then I was about 10 when I really started cooking, and I loved it. I'll tell you a funny story real quick. So I watched a
Yeah.
Martha Stewart episode, and she was doing a simple, basic 1, 2, 3 pasta, very simple, easy recipe. And here I
Right.
am, 10, 11 years old, and I'm like, I can do this. We
Yeah.
have everything in the kitchen. I think I know where it is. I can do this. Um,
Right.
so my mom was out. I was at home by myself with my two sisters. They were off doing something, and I went into the kitchen and I found the flour and the water and the egg, and the salt, and I made the pasta just like Martha did. I made the well, and I mixed everything in so I needed. Like I was like I studied Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
And we had gone to Chili's or something the night before. We had like this like chili nacho dip. It was
Right.
probably horrible back in the day, but that was all I had as a filling. So I made my pasta, I cut out my squares, and I took that leftover nacho chili cheese dip and I filled my little raviolis and I crimped it and then I boiled them and I sauteed them. I did everything like Martha did and
Hmm.
set the table. I made a plate. And my mom comes home. I'm like, I see her car pull in, so I hide around the corner, and the table is set. This is like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and
Wow.
she comes in, and I'm expecting like a moment of grandeur, like, yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah. Right.
No, no, no. I hear Nathan, and I come around like, yeah, I did it. And she's looking at the giant mess that a 10-year-old had made in the kitchen, just atrocious,
Right.
destroyed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, over here, the food. And she said, you clean, I'll eat. So I'm cleaning, watching to see what she thinks, and the expression on her face was why I became a cook. She absolutely loved it, and she was so impressed at the time that I took to make it, and I knew that was something I wanted to chase for the rest of my life. That experience.
Man, that gave me a little chills, kind of, man. My wife always laughs at me if I see some dramatic movie or a trailer or like a, even with the some of the videos that you guys do, the teaser videos, especially being in later. It's like, man, it's like, wow, this dramatic stuff. It's
Yeah.
fascinating to me that. So, do you feel that being homeschooled versus traditional schooling, if you would have been in a normal school environment in class, this probably wouldn't have happened, would it?
Um, it's really hard to say. I am definitely a homeschooling advocate. I think
Mhm,
especially for creatives, I am a textbook creative.
mhm.
It may public school may have been better if I had been an analytical thinker, more
Right.
of a math mind. But I'm
Mhm.
not. I am like the ADD creative. I'm just like go 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 all the time.
Same
So
here, dude.
yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
it's a gift and a curse. But homeschooling gave me the opportunity to explore lots of different things at the same time. So whereas in a public school scenario, that ADD becomes a weakness because you can't focus on this one thing you've got to focus on for the next 60 minutes. My
Mhm.
mom was like, on Mondays, she would give me my requirements for the week. And she would say, you could do this in 1 hour blocks. You could do all of it today and have the rest of the week off. You could procrastinate and do
Mhm.
it all on Friday. But if it wasn't
Yeah.
finished by like 5 o'clock on Friday, like I was in big trouble. So
Right.
early on, I learned take care of your responsibilities first and then play. And
Yeah, so you were
food,
disciplined about what you're
yeah.
doing.
Yeah, but it
So
gave
your
me
love of
yeah, it gave me a total opportunity to explore lots of different things. My father's a musician, a fantastic musician. Um, Actually, he was a vocalist. So like all growing up, my dad was in bands, and going to karaoke with my dad is one of the most fun things in the whole world. He totally sounds like Paul Rogers from Bad Company,
oh,
like
that is
just
awesome.
stellar, stellar. I didn't get that gift, but I'm a much better
Right.
guitar player than he is, so I'm okay with that. But no, it's like my father was like totally into the rock and roll scene. He had like
Mhm.
a white and black trench coat with a bolo tie. They were
Hell
cool.
yeah.
A guitar, oh yeah, he crushed it. Like late '80s, my dad was like he was awesome. He was in a Christian rock band. It was
Yeah.
like borderline metal called Righteous
Mhm.
Rock, and they were awesome. They were so
That
good.
is awesome,
So
man.
I
So
remember
you
being
think that
yeah.
yeah, so he was like your mom was kind of like an influence on the cooking
Mhm.
side and almost like your dad was an
Yeah.
influence because you were a musician yourself, you play
Yeah.
guitar. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
actually, I graduated culinary school, in '04,
Mhm.
but my second year of culinary school started a band, and we got a development deal with Epic Records. And we toured and played the tri-state area for a long, long time, and I thought music was going to be the direction I was going to go. And then right after record label stuff happened, uh,
Mhm.
I found this idea called Food, Drinks, and Rock and Roll, which is a web show that I did back in the day. Which actually I hosted the first ever live interactive cooking show on the internet called Food, Drinks, and Rock and Roll, which is pretty sweet. It was on Ustream. Do you remember
That's
Ustream
yeah,
TV?
No, I
Dude,
don't. I do not.
Ustream. Oh, yeah,
That
way
is
back.
awesome.
This is like
So you
2005.
so you were kind of ahead of the game then. So, you have the musician background, you're the creative type, um, and you learned obviously, like, I guess video was another thing that you were probably involved in,
That was
maybe?
actually Pride. So I graduated culinary school. I did the whole record label thing, the music thing. Um, then I started doing a web show, and then I did like 3 or 4 pilots for Food Network. Like I was on the radar at Food Network for about 3 years.
Mhm.
I did a pilot for MTV University. I was talking to Vice. Um, it was kind of like I was fast tracking on that
Right.
side, and I remember being a part of those productions and seeing how much it costs. And here's
Mhm.
something interesting, and we're gonna get real because we're on the internet. I don't
Right.
give a crap. We're gonna talk about
Right.
real. We're truth here. Truth.
That's right. That's
If you
right.
watch Food Network, there is so much bad advice that goes
Mhm.
out, like just incorrect, horrible technique, completely wrong information. Not that I know everything,
Right.
but there's just wrong stuff that gets pushed out, and I realized it as I was like in the midst of it,
Mhm.
because the producers aren't chefs. No one in the production team is a chef. The host isn't necessarily a chef either. I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, everyone doesn't have to be a chef. It's not about that. There are shows for entertainment, and there are shows for education, and there's a difference, and that's fine.
Mhm. Right.
But the reason so much incorrect information gets out and why Food Network isn't number one anymore is because there's no culinary expertise behind the camera. And I remember thinking to myself and talking to my wife early on, like to the like very like first few months of our relationship.
Mhm.
It's like I could do that. I feel like I could do that. So we spent about 9 years, like buying the cheapest camera we could afford, the cheapest lenses we could afford. I was literally Googling what is aperture,
Yeah.
how to take food photography, what is good lighting, all that stuff. Like I went to YouTube University. That's what I call it, Google
Mhm.
University, and just taught myself the process. I felt like I knew as much as I needed to in front of the camera, and as far as the product is concerned, I just needed to learn the skill set of delivering it in a video form. So we spent about 6 7 years, and our first big client was Nature's Own and Wonder Bread.
Mhm. Yeah, wow.
We ran social media for them for a few years. We did Cobblestone Bread Company. We've done web series for Parade Magazine, all over the place. And actually, the Blackstone is a funny story. Um, I sent them. I was in a barbecue group or something. This is 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago.
Mhm.
This is before the Blackstone boom, right?
Right.
Or right on the cusp of it. And someone posted, "Hey, has anyone seen this Blackstone griddle? What the heck is this? Anyone have one?" I was like, "Oh, that's
Mhm.
interesting." And I clicked on it and watched some of the videos, and I was like, "Ah, these videos are terrible." So
Yeah.
I literally like sent a message. I'm all gadoosh to Facebook, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Hey guys, this is what I do. Your product looks amazing. I'd love to do this for you." And I hooked up with their vice president of marketing. He sent me an email back, and he's like, "Actually, I've seen your stuff before. I think you're awesome. Let's do a few." I did a couple of videos, and they were like, "Can you please come work for us?" So
Wow.
yeah, it
So were
happened
you
like
living
within
in
a couple of months.
Florida? Like, you're in
Yeah,
Florida right now, so were you living in
Tampa.
Florida at the time at
Oh
the
yeah,
time?
yeah. Well, I made a decision a long time ago that you ever so I'm an entrepreneur.
Right.
I definitely have that kind of spirit about me, and
Yeah.
I remember as a homeschooler, being on my own time wasn't just a luxury; it became a necessity.
Mhm.
Because I know how I think. Like I mentioned before, I'm a creative, and I don't do well in the 9 to 5 sitting in the office sort of thing.
Mhm.
Some days I'll work like a 19-hour day, and I'm not
Mhm.
tired. It's like I'm just tunnel vision. I just go 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 go.
Right.
Other days can't get anything done.
Yeah.
Just not gonna happen today.
Right.
Some days I wake up early, some days I wake up late. Like I need that ability to go when it's go time, and to not have the pressure of like having to sit in an office and you know what I mean. You're a creative too. It's just
Oh, yeah. So,
it becomes a
that's
prison.
the beauty of what I see, man.
Yeah,
So it's pretty cool that the things that you learned, um, on these Food Network TV shows, and then your own deal that you were doing before Blackstone with social media,
yeah,
and then finally kind of like, wow, I see this product that looks cool. but man, your
Yeah.
marketing kind of sucks. Like your videos aren't the
Yeah.
greatest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I saw,
So
like you, I saw the potential in the product. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is like a hibachi at home. This is a
right,
giant skillet. Like, I wanna
right.
cook on this thing." And I feel like everything, or most of the things I had seen up to that point, were just very baseline. I felt like there was a whole new level of food you could take this thing to, and it's like, "Please let me do that for you." And they said, "Please let us pay you to do that." And I said, "Okay, we both win."
So that's like a
Teamwork.
dream come true. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
for me, man, people watching this, um, any like my life has been the same way, Nate. It's like you have to be a go-getter and you
Yeah.
have to like people will be all the time like say like, I was on the TV show Survivor and I was on the TV show Miami Inc. and I own my own bike company and stuff and all this stuff.
Mhm.
And sometimes people be like, dude, like all this cool stuff happens to you. And people are like, it's like the
Yeah.
Bischoff effect, right? And I said, dude, listen, man, I spend hours and countless hours putting my heart and soul into everything that I
Yeah.
do. If I set a goal, and sometimes it is staying up all night. When I ran my own bike company, it was like dealing with factories in Taiwan till
It's a
3 in the
hustle.
morning, and then it's a hustle.
Yeah.
And the thing is, man, for people out there, no matter what you do, I mean, Nate's a perfect example of this. Take your passion in whatever that is and just try to run with it and take it to the
Yeah.
highest level. Because I look at now, Blackstone and you find each other randomly through the beautiful World Wide Web.
Right.
Um, and you were able to join their team and I'm assuming, start stepping up the video production at first. So kind of
Yeah.
when you started, you saw the product and then you said, "Man, I can help you make these videos better."
Mhm.
So, kind of talk me through when you first started with Blackstone. What were some of the things like what was your jobs you were doing? Was it just video? Was it social media? Was it the explain that kind
Yeah,
of to me.
when I first started, it was just videos and just recipes.
Mhm.
But that, I mean, it wasn't like a specific goal. Like, oh, I want to climb my way up at this company. Like, I kind of have a
Right.
big mouth. I'm a bit of a talker.
Yeah.
So I just started sharing ideas, and I was like, if as a brand, if we did this, this, and this, I think people would appreciate it. And
Mhm.
we should stop doing that, and we should start doing this. And this is garbage, and this is good. And I just blabbermouth, and
And,
they liked my ideas, so
and
they invited me on to the marketing team. So now I'm actually, um, what was my official title? I'm the digital marketing manager for the brand. So I'm part of the creative team. I help with a lot of the designs and stuff, and some of the new products coming out. So I have my hands in like lots of different areas, and it's here's something people don't really know about Blackstone. And I'm sure people have these preconceived notions about these big, massive companies, but Blackstone's not that big. Like, it's a
mhm.
tight family. It's a fairly small family, and I've worked with other companies before. This one's a tight-knit group, and
Mhm.
it feels like a family. It's, Roger, Dolly has done an amazing job at building such a fantastic team. Like, I feel like I'm at home with Blackstone.
Mhm.
Like,
Right.
this is my 4th year. Oh, coming up, yeah, 4th year with Blackstone. I've never been
Yeah.
anywhere for 4 years. That's just
Yeah.
craziness for me because
Right.
I'm, like, all over the place. But
Right.
I don't see myself going anywhere for a long time. I feel like I'm home.
And so, like, that's the thing, man. So I worked, and I ran my own bike company for many years, and then I was sales and helped out with marketing for another bike company. And it is crazy, like the perception of the public, like if your
Sure.
brand is in Walmart or
Yeah.
distributed worldwide, and in the BMX world, it's like we were paying these
Mhm.
X Games athletes, you know what I'm saying, and all this expense of marketing and product development. But the companies, the BMX world, it's like, man, we're manufacturing things in Taiwan or China or some stuff in the United States if we can. But it's always a core group of people. And I think in today's day
Yeah.
and age, man, like it's like in order to succeed, it's God, you got to wear many hats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing that I notice about Blackstone and how I'm stoked about it, dude, is I almost look at it from, like I said before, I was never into cooking,
Mhm.
right? I had a gas
I
grill on
remember
my
our first
patio.
conversations. I remember our very
Yeah.
like, it was probably after you had your griddle for like a week or two, and I don't know if you sent me a text or you called me. You're like,
Yeah.
I can't stop cooking. This is so much
Yeah.
fun. And I think it's
Right.
because the food was coming out good,
Yeah.
right? Like I imagine you cooked before, and it was like, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah. And it was just the thing. It was for me, guys. The the love affair with the Blackstone griddle. I get pissed when like some of my friends are like, "That's a cool grill you have." I'm like, "It's not a
it's
grill, dude.
griddle.
It's a damn griddle, right?"
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with grills. There's tools for I got friends that like are like all about smokers and this and that. And I'm friends with this guy Street Bike Tommy from Nitro Circus,
Oh yeah,
Travis
yeah,
Pastrana, all those dudes.
yeah.
He has his own restaurant. He's a badass barbecue dude. But it was the ease of like, wow, dude, like when I'm done with this thing, I just scrape the food into the rear grease tray. I have a certain way it's easy to clean.
Yeah.
There's like nothing going on in my kitchen. I take my utensils inside and I cover
Mhm.
my griddle. I oil it before the next time. And it was like, it was simple.
Yeah.
And my wife being a vegetarian, man, it's like I could, I have the 36-inch, so I could put any vegetable imaginable and her vegetarian
Yeah.
burgers on one side. I keep my meat on the other.
Do
And
you
before
have like
that,
a
dude,
like this side is definitely the vegetarian side
all
always?
kind of, dude. But the
Yeah.
thing is, when I'm making bacon,
Just
sometimes the grease
everywhere.
starts going. Yeah, I kind of keep my griddle level, but it's like on a patio. I got
That's
some
funny.
little shims, but yeah, as bacon grease is sliding over, I'm like, oh, I better like take my scraper and scrape it into the. But
Yeah.
here's the thing, man. Before my wife would be like, "Okay, Matt, let's use the gas grill." We would take aluminum foil or something, and she'd put like
Mhm.
little red potatoes or some crap, and I'd stick that on my grill. I didn't no idea what I was doing. And then I'd like try to open up the foil, and I'm like, this is I throw anything, dude. And I tell you what I love about it is my kids and my wife love it. I can
Yeah.
make vegetarian stuff and meat eater food
Yeah.
at the same time, and it's good. And there's really no way to like screw it up, in my opinion. And the cleanup is easy and it's fun. I
Yeah.
literally enjoy it. I look forward to coming home and cooking. So yeah, you and I started talking, man, and the thing that I'm stoked about is like I'm stoked on the brand. Like
Yeah.
never in my life was I like, hell yeah, char-broil gas grill or Weber.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I want to get a Weber tattoo. There's something about Blackstone as a brand and you
Mhm.
guys that are behind it that get
Yeah.
me excited on the brand. Like I'm not, and I've had people, dude. I'm like post videos and heavily involved in social media, and I've had other companies say, "Hey, we'll send you some free stuff." I'm like, no, dude. Like I'm passionate about Blackstone,
Mhm.
and I think you
Yeah.
and the marketing team is part of that. So explain to me, like
It
2020,
goes.
I'm sure is a lot of
Yeah.
good stuff, and there's tons of new products on the blackstoneproducts.com site.
Yeah,
So
that's what I was gonna say. It goes a
how do
little
you look
further
at it?
than the marketing side. Like our design team is unbelievable. Like if you could see like all of the ideas that come out of our design team, crazy, off the wall. Like they're just always pushing the limit. We just released the new air fryer stuff. Like that was such a cool idea. We have some other new stuff that I won't tell you
Yeah,
about. Like
right.
we're just always trying to innovate from our
Mhm.
accessories to our griddles to our upgrades, uh, just across the board. Our design team is like something I've never seen before. They're a
Right.
bunch of mad scientists. It's amazing. 2020 has a lot of fun stuff. We've got a ton of new stuff coming out, some new upgrades, new designs, a lot of new accessories. We're working on we have a few new spices coming out, which I'm really excited about. I've had a chance to help in that process. The air fryer is just it's so cool.
Yes, let's talk about the
It's
air
so
fryer, dude.
cool.
So, you
Yeah, I'll
know,
be honest.
it
I'm gonna be honest with you. I remember when the air fryer craze started a few years ago. I was
mhm,
never interested. I never gave it a second thought
yeah.
because it's not a fryer. Do you know this? An air fryer is not a fryer, and I think they
Well,
miss.
explain to me because I know I've asked people about this because I've said, "Hey, check out this new air fryer griddle combo
Yeah,
that's coming out," right? And I know that there's like, okay, there's the traditional fryer where you dip your food in the grease, like
yeah,
Blackstone even had that.
a deep fryer.
a deep fryer type thing.
Yeah. So I
This
think
is
there
like
was
the air heats it up. Like, explain to me how it works.
there was some clever marketing people that decided to call it an air fryer because they figured air fryer was going to sell better. It's not an air fryer, it's a turbo convection oven. That's what an air
Okay.
fryer is. Any air fryer you buy is circulated air, like high speed circulated hot air. So that
Hmm.
air is like circulating around your food and it's basically roasting it really fast.
Yeah.
So I mean it's not really frying at all. It's just a clever marketing term. I think
Hmm.
turbo convection sounds way cooler.
It does.
Right?
But I think what it is, air fryer, everyone
It's
knows what like
iconic.
a deep
Yeah,
fryer is.
sure.
So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
the general population will be like, oh, hell yeah, air fryer,
Yeah.
cool.
Well, it's so if you're on the fence, anybody watching, and the idea of what an air fryer is, think of it more like a turbo convection. So you've got there's three drawers. Two of those are basically tiny little turbo convection air fryers. The other one is a warming drawer. And in the promo video we did you see the puff pastry? Those little
Oh
breakfast,
yeah, yep,
dude.
yep.
6 minutes. It was insane. This thing is a workhorse. I couldn't believe it. I think like on the package it says 12 to 15 minutes in the oven. This thing is lightning quick. We did coconut shrimp. We did French fries, onion rings. We even did like a whole steak in there. I was skeptical until I got my hands on it, and I was like, this is so
So it
cool.
opens. So here's the thing. So it's Blackstone Griddles, basically. A lot. If you go to restaurants like steak joints
Yeah.
or Penn Station or a lot of they always use these commercial griddles to like Waffle House, whatever.
Most restaurants have a flat top. Well, like diners and stuff, they pretty much do everything on a flat top.
Right.
But
So
most restaurants have
Blackstone, right. So Blackstone basically is taking that just to the outdoor
one. Yeah,
cooking
yeah.
enthusiast.
You have the
Now,
36. That thing is huge. We see a lot of people like with food trucks or pop-ups who are
mhm,
doing 500 or 600 burgers on a Saturday off of 136.
yeah,
Like they are workhorses and they can last a lifetime if you take care of it. I
yeah.
mean, you have yours. That thing is like, actually, I want to take it up to the gun range and like see what
Dude,
caliber
I
I can
I
put
love my
there.
30. Like it's kind of like it's like your first
It's a
guitar. Like
beast.
no
It's a
matter what,
beast.
like I want to get this air fryer griddle combo
Yeah.
100%, but I will always have my 36. So
Yeah.
here's the
Yeah.
thing. So you guys released the Blackstone air fryer griddle combo video. It was like little teasers, man, and it's like
Yeah.
it got a lot of people talking. And this, like I said, I don't see this with other outdoor cooking devices, as I call them.
Yeah.
This got, I mean, it was kind of like a trending thing, man, in the that this whole world, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's
We're proud of that.
stoked.
That's a good
So
campaign.
I want to ask you this.
Okay.
So from when I did my bike company, I realized I have my designer, I have an idea. It gets drawn up in AutoCAD or whatever program you're using. Those drawings go to your factory, wherever that factory may be, China, Taiwan, USA, Malaysia, wherever. Prototypes have to be tested
Yeah.
prototypes. You got to change it. You got to like figure out how much is like the consumer going to pay for this. Like we got to make this to where it can be affordable, but with our ideas.
Yeah.
When did this, like, whose idea was this? Was it yours? Was it someone? I mean, you have a small crew there.
The air
Like,
fryer?
yeah, like this griddle air fryer combo. Like,
Oh, it's
when did this project begin? Because you just announced it.
yeah.
It's coming out January.
Yep. Every project we do is a team effort.
Yep.
Literally every single thing that we do it's a team effort. I mean, the idea of too many cooks in the kitchen is a real thing, but it's not the culture at Blackstone. It's a very open environment. Everyone's just super creative. Everyone's like comfortable enough and secure enough to throw out ideas. So literally, I would say this one came about because we were like, what does our existing customer want?
Mhm.
Where's the gap in the market? How can we satisfy our existing customer? How can we give the public something that is awesome and something that's usable? How can we not just make a buck? How can we create something that becomes a part of someone's everyday life? I mean, we're all about sharing is caring. The idea of cooking for your friends and family. I mean, it's the
Mhm.
best form of marketing for us. If people like you who've never cooked before all of a sudden are a decent cook from the beginning,
Yeah.
and
Right.
we hear that story a lot from people. The idea of someone being intimidated or afraid of cooking, they get on a griddle and all of a sudden it's like, all right, I'm a B minus. I can
Yeah.
handle a B. I'm starting at a B minus. Where can I
Yeah.
go from here? So
Right.
yeah, I think I can't remember the way you said it earlier, but it's hard to screw up food on a griddle. It's just hard.
Mhm.
You have to really be a terrible cook to mess stuff up
Yeah,
on the
I mean, for
Blackstone.
me, dude, it's like I go to the grocery and I throw anything. Like I'm like, wow, I never really had lamb before.
Yeah,
Well,
let's go for it.
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll go for it.
Yeah,
And it's helpful. The videos that I watch you guys do and the videos that I watch Blackstone Betty do,
yeah.
I try to copy
How do they
and
come out?
see.
They come out good, right?
Because oh, it comes out. I mean, here's the thing, dude. When I made my son ribeye steaks and I followed exactly, you know, cook it on the fat side and do this and
Yeah,
marinate it. I followed your guys' directions. My son, he's like, Dad, is like, this is the best thing that I've ever had.
yeah. That's
And
awesome.
I was like, hell yeah. And then I'm confident, like I
And you
said, I was
made
on
it.
the
You're the one that
I
made it.
made it. And
Yeah,
I've had a lot of my, Survivor, I was on the TV show Survivor. I do a lot of events locally and I invite people over to my house for parties. And I'm able now, dude, to cook for them,
yeah,
whether it's breakfast, dinner, whatever.
yeah.
And I feel like never, dude, could I invite people over and feel like I'm going to cook for them.
Yeah.
And now I can. And
I feel
knowing,
like that right there is what makes Blackstone a game changer for me, both professionally and personally. I cook on my Blackstone all the time. It's
yeah,
not just was it Forrest Gump? Little white lie, mama said won't hurt nobody. It's not that.
yeah,
Like I genuinely
right,
cook on my griddle all the time. The
right.
idea of versatility, being able to do so many different things on a griddle as compared to a traditional grill, just no, we can't do a 12-hour brisket. We can't do
Mhm,
smoked pulled pork, right?
right.
But do bacon and eggs on your traditional grill. Do
Oh,
pancakes,
yeah,
do
yeah.
steaks, do all of it, right? Like you just have so many more options with a flat top griddle, and it's the best one on the market. It's amazing. We're number one for a reason. We're number one
Oh,
by a
yeah.
long shot for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
No, dude, the whole vibe is awesome. So explain to me on the griddle and the air fryer, so you got your propane tank, one propane tank. So
yep,
like on my 36, I have 4 burners, and those burners are heating up, you know, the steel griddle
mhm,
top. So how there's a separate thermostat burner deal for the air fryers, correct? So
yes,
explain to me how if I'm griddling a veggie burger and some onions and green peppers and whatever, some
mhm,
teriyaki chicken I chopped up, but I also want to put, home fries and some like explain to
yeah.
me how that is going to work.
Sure. So the whole unit is powered by propane, but the fan is electric. So you will have to plug it in. But there is a dial on
Okay.
the side, so we can dial in the temperature of where you want to be, which is fantastic. And in the video, I think you've seen it. There's the two main drawers, and both of
Yep.
those pull-outs are the air fryers. The third one, closest to the knob, is a warmer. So hamburger buns, rolls, things like that, all that stuff, or pancakes that you finish and you just want to keep them warm, which is a super fun advantage of having that extra warming drawer. But the other two can be controlled together at the same heat. Control the heat is propane, but the fan is electric. So
Okay.
you will need to plug the unit in. But the
Yep.
top is the standard 36-inch griddle with 4 burners. So you get
Mhm.
everything that you like out of your 36 with the addition of the baskets underneath.
And
Um,
there is also a cover that comes with it
oh
because
yeah,
I
it's
have the
got a hood, a
removable
hinge hood.
hardtop cover. So you're getting a lot of
Yeah,
product in one. So I
yeah.
do think that you have considered the game changed based off of what I've seen. I know I'm excited about it.
Mhm.
January
Oh
2020
yeah,
can't come soon enough.
everything is upgraded. You see the knobs? The
Oh
knobs
yeah,
are
it looks awesome.
oh, they feel so good. Like, even when I'm not cooking, you just wanna walk over and just turn the knobs a little bit.
Well,
They're like
because even
they got
my
rubber on them.
36,
Oh,
oh
man.
yeah, because my 36 is like one of the it's like older now. So when my
Yeah.
stepdad bought a
It's
36,
like it's a year ago. We keep doing it, man. We keep bringing up new
yeah, like
stuff.
he's got the badass orange and or like orange logo. It's
Your dad?
like my stepdad. Yeah, like I got him one,
Funny.
and he loves it, dude. Like so, I mean, so everyone that comes over to my house, like I'm constantly talking about it, and I got people emailing me,
Mhm.
messaging me. So, you know, my mother and father-in-law got one. My neighbors have gotten
Yeah.
one. My parents have got. It's like I think you said it was about I don't know, like when do you think griddling and Blackstone really went into full force? I mean, you guys are obviously you can
Oh,
go to
man.
blackstoneproducts.com. There's tons of stuff on your site, and you've done pizza ovens and all this stuff. But man, you go into Walmart, you go into other retailers, you see Blackstone
Yeah.
products. And
Dude, I don't
I
I don't I don't even think we've even come close to peaking.
hell no.
I can't tell you, but, like, the idea board that we have so many cool stuff, like, so many cool things that we're working on, just taking
Mhm.
it to places you would never expect. I feel like every big idea that we have has never been seen before. When this air fryer came out, it was literally like, "No one has ever done this. This is
Yeah.
awesome. We're the
Yeah.
first, and we've
Right.
got lots more firsts to come." Like, this is just the beginning.
Yeah, it's innovation and it's I think there's such a you guys I mean like here's for this just from my perspective speaking. Like I said before, Weber and Charbroil are all these you know cooking grill companies that have been
Mhm.
around for years. It seems like there's a older school mentality potentially,
Oh, yeah.
as far like Blackstone, the reason that I embrace it and younger people and my friends, I mean, I'm 45 years old, but it's like you're using guerrilla marketing style to really get your product out there. And it's a snowball effect, dude. You got Blackstone Betty's Facebook group, right?
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of different ones online that people are engaged in. And then, you know, I mean, hell, a year and a half ago, I didn't know what a Blackstone griddle was. And the amount of products that I've had, like when I first got the small little dome basting covers for when I steam my broccoli, and
Yeah.
now I got the giant one and the bacon press and stuff. It's like you guys are constantly innovating,
Yeah.
and this air fryer griddle combo is going to be amazing. And I think
Well,
you're going to sell a shit ton.
CJ and I are working. So we're actually going to do some videos tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to do some meat pies, little hand pies. What else do I have? I have some egg rolls coming. We're going to do a bunch of desserts. We're going to do biscuits. Like it does definitely change the game. Like it just opens up so many different possibilities, and I'm stoked. Actually, I want to do some Philly cheesesteak garlic nuts. Do Philly cheesesteak
Dude,
on the
I'm
griddle
getting
top, wrap them in pizza dough, air fry those mothers, pop them. Dang.
so what else? So 2020 is going to be a big year for Blackstone. You guys are, you know, CJ and yourself, uh, Blackstone Betty is what I call Desiree.
Yeah.
You got a lot of stuff going on. Everyone's doing videos. And I think that, man, that's something that I love to do. And I'm doing videos and promoting on social media. I love it. Is there any for the Blackstone lovers out there? Is there much more coming in 2020 product wise? I know like there's some secrets out there,
Yeah,
but
I can't tell you the secret stuff. We have,
right.
some upgrades coming, definitely.
Yep.
We
Mhm.
have, a lot of new accessories coming. I mean, I don't wanna let the cat out of the bag, but
Oh,
just
no, no, no. I don't want
be
to. Yep.
be
I'm not about
confident. Yeah.
spoiler alerts.
How about this? Every year, expect something new and amazing. Like, we have so many ideas, we have to limit ourselves. I kinda feel like the Beatles. Like, we've written a ton of
Mhm.
hits, like, we've gotta spread them out over a few
Oh
records,
yeah.
sort of
And
thing.
I want to ask you this. So sometimes too, you guys will make special edition. You have a good relationship with Walmart,
Right.
giant retailer that's a supporter of what you guys are doing, which I'm sure is really good because I've worked for
Yeah.
bike companies before, and Walmart was some of our big, you know, that
Yeah.
was like our biggest customer, right? So they embrace Blackstone. The 28-inch that came out on Black Friday
The
was a
Pro
limited
Series
edition
2
deal.
burner,
Yes.
that thing
Yep.
is nice. It is so
So
nice.
that you guys will sometimes do that where it's
Mhm.
like a
Once or twice a
exclusive,
year. Yeah.
limited edition thing. And I think, man, like those type of things are going to get people that may not have, like myself, when I never have, originally, I didn't
Hmm.
know what it was. You were hitting these consumers at some of these
Yeah.
retailers and making them think like, wow, man, like I can cook all this on a griddle. This is way different
Yeah.
than my grill. And I never am hating on anybody for smokers or grills. Like I said,
No, it's
there's a
fantastic.
tool for all kinds of stuff,
Absolutely. Well, I look at it
different kind of food.
like knives, right? Like you got your paring knife, you've got your cleaver, you got your 10-inch chef knife, your 8-inch, your Santoku. You have all your different knives that do different things. I just feel like the griddle is the 8-inch chef knife of your knife kit.
Mhm.
It's the one that can do pretty much everything. It's really good at some things, and it's okay at the other things, right?
Right.
I see a smoker as more of like a bread knife. It is the
Mhm.
only tool for that one specific job, and it is the best at it. But
Yeah.
if I really wanted to, I could hack away and kind of get close with a different knife.
Right.
But I feel like every good cook has multiple tools in his
Mhm.
arsenal, in his knife kit, and I just feel like the griddle is the most versatile thing. The Blackstone is it's if you only have a Blackstone, you're set. If you have a
Right.
Blackstone and a smoker, oh, you're doing pretty good, right? So
Right.
I feel like the Blackstone is the thing that connects the inside cooking and the outside cooking. It's kind of all in one spot. It's like the best of cast iron, it's the best of saute cooking, but you can do super high heat without worrying about
Mhm.
smoking up your kitchen, which is great if you're doing
Right.
fajitas and stuff like that and vegetables, like you were saying. Um,
Yep.
I feel like that's the game changer. Having a super high heat flat top that you don't have to
Mhm.
worry about smoking out your house. Because
Right.
that's
And
always my
dude,
big thing when I cook
right.
inside.
I love it. Now I want to ask you too about a product that I have seen and I saw it come back on the blackstoneproducts.com website, and that is the pizza oven.
Yeah.
Sometimes you would see them on Craigslist. That was kind of before, I think
Yep.
those were out before my time of Blackstone. Um, are you guys thinking about ever redoing the pizza oven? Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
make pizzas on my actual griddle. We buy, you know, thin crust pizza, and my
Yeah.
wife will make vegetarian ones, and we'll
Nice.
use naan bread, and they're great. And I'll literally have some like little like cookie warmer trays that are maybe sit a half inch up above the
Hmm.
griddle sometimes, so I don't burn the bottoms
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
pizzas. But we make these pizzas, dude, that my kids are like, dude, I'd rather have the pizza that you make on the griddle than order from La Rosa's, the local Cincinnati pizza, right?
Yeah.
But there is something to say about a pizza oven. Is the pizza oven something that you guys are gonna revisit?
So our first iteration of the pizza oven was fantastic. It was great, but within the past year and a half, 2 years or so, we've stepped up our game so much that we can't go back to that original unit and say we're proud of it. It was
Mhm.
awesome. We came out with it. We love it, but we're going to come out with a new one that is far superior. So I'm really looking forward to that. No official release dates on that. We're definitely
Right.
working on it. We
But
want
that
to.
is something I know it's like a cult classic that
Yeah.
people are like, "Dude, if you could find one of those," and so that is something on the horizon. And so the new spices, new accessories, I mean, I'm excited. So where can people find, obviously
Hmm.
blackstoneproducts.com. You can find everything that you guys are doing.
More than anything,
Is there
I feel
anything
like
else you want to plug?
yeah, like Facebook and Instagram, the idea of a community. I mean, social media. I'd like to think it's more social than it actually is, but people still look like I'm on there. I am on our Facebook and our Instagram every single day. If you tag Blackstone products with your photo, I get to see it, and I'm the one commenting. So like, I want to hear from you guys. I want to start a conversation. We want to know what you want. If there's stuff that you guys want to learn how to make, if there's recipes you want to learn, if there's fun ideas that you have, if you're a local restaurant and you're using Blackstones, if you're a food truck, I don't know if you're a band and you cook for the band backstage with your Blackstone. We want to know about it. We want to come hang out with you guys. We do have a Blackstone bartender. We can make
Right.
cocktails. We can have a party. But yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like use our social media more. If you guys haven't yet, it is definitely a community. We want to have this back and forth with you guys. We don't want to be just a company that just starts making stuff. We want to hear from you. We want to interact with you. That's what makes what we do amazing. So we're a lot smaller than you think. We're not some big giant company. We're a small group of people that just love flat top griddles, and we're kicking butt, taking names. So
and it
come hang
shows.
out with
And
us.
oh yeah, and it shows, man. And I'm stoked. And I think the people that are going to be watching this video, kind of learning more about, man, like the real passion that you have, as well as all the other people involved
Yeah,
in Blackstone. And I'm excited to see what 2020 brings.
yeah, it's gonna
And
be good. It's gonna be real good.
yeah, I can't wait. So everybody check out blackstoneproducts.com. And in January 2020 at Walmart, I'm assuming it's a Walmart exclusive. Is that correct? The air fryer
Uh,
griddle combo, or will it be available?
I'm
Well,
not
you don't
sure.
have to tell me that.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys save your Christmas money and check it out online. I'm excited about it. And Nate, I had a great time talking to you, dude.
You
And
too, my friend.
this is not the last time we're going to be doing
I'm gonna
this.
start
There's
growing. I'm gonna start growing from here. Oh
no, I don't know if
man,
you want this, dude.
bro.
I mean,
It's
I
when you
burnt.
wrap it, when it becomes like a,
Oh,
oh man.
oh yeah, it's a
Oh,
beard scarf, dude. And it's like,
oh
I unfortunately,
gosh,
I had a
man.
little griddle accident one time. I was cooking and I smelt like some burning hair, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I had it like in like a beard pretzel is what I call it, and it was like
Ah.
singeing. I could have burned my beard off, but anyways, dude,
That's horrible.
it was awesome. And yeah, I hope you guys dug this. And like I said, check out blackstoneproducts.com. We will see you guys soon, everybody.